Hello, and welcome to the Lambda Log. Week 3, Day 4, Thursday, the 29th of, what is this, January? 29th of January 2026, that is correct. Spaced out for a second, lost my mind. This shouldn't be too long of a video, um, but I did get to rehearse today. Huzzah! It was my first day really in the room working with Nicola. I always want to jump into Nicoletta, but Nicola. But before that, we did have a workshop. Um, so it was about Spotlight, which is the talent, not agency, but talent. It's kind of like not social media um, for actors, but it's like what's it called, LinkedIn for actors, basically in the UK. And so you have the profile on there, and upon graduating from LAMDA, I think it's like a $10 a month, £10 a month charge, and it's where casting directors and everyone goes to like find people. So it's a big deal. Um, we had a Zoom meeting with Melanie Brown, Mel, and I'm just gonna read you my notes. Then I'll jump into what I did in rehearsal. Um, There is too much information for this meeting, so we can reach out and email with any questions, any specifics. Spotlight has been around for almost 100 years and was originally a book. Talent Systems um, acquired Spotlight, but it still maintained its original purposes. Spotlight is the dominant player in the UK when it comes to casting and finding talent. There is an app. The Android app is coming, but it's Apple compatible right now. Compatible. A lot of you can do. A lot of it you can do, but the online, some things are still required to get on your computer and do online. Spotlight helps you get to know the industry pros. We will press join now on our graduates play, and Spotlight is a casting platform. All people are vetted, and it's becoming quite international. Application takes about 10 minutes. Headshots are needed. If you're already a member, you need to reapply because it's not an easy transition. Only 5,000 graduates are on the program versus 40,000 professionals. So it's good to be a graduate because that'll set you apart. You can pay annually or monthly. Like I said, I think it's about £10 a month. I couldn't see super well. I was a little far away from the screen, but you can apply for financial discount use it using Versary, I think is what it was called. I don't know. Name is super important because you can't use the name of someone else. If someone is already on Spotlight, you can't use that name. It's a similar reason with like SAG and the acting unions in the US, which is why a lot of actors like change their name because you can't have the same name as someone in the union already. That's like why um, a lot of actors change their names. Now you know. Um, you can hyphen it if it's already taken to change it or add a middle name or something. Um, but yeah, what's needed is just like a headshot and then some details. You want to populate your profile as soon as possible because once it's up, it's running, it's searchable. Location is for places you can work and have a place to stay. So you can only do three, but like if you are based in the US, but you're also here, you can put both of those places. Um, Link to profile should be connected to social media profiles and emails. Headshots are the first thing that casting directors use. So it's a make or break moment for a lot of people. The headshot should be head and shoulders, not full length or torso. Also, she recommended having a smile because that's helpful. That helps draw attention. It's like, I like that person for your main headshot at least. As you move forward, remove old headshots and keep up with the current ones. You need footage for your profile, so dramatic, comedic, combat, make it strong, and then you can attach that as like your acting reels and stuff. And what do you want them to know about you? Put it in. Always choose a duologue. Don't use any self tapes that like you've been asked to do because those are confidential. And don't write your own unless you're like really good, but probably not. Singing reel and accent reels are good for audio, 30 seconds to a minute tops. It doesn't matter what you're saying, at least for accents. It's just more important that you have it there. Voice isn't really helpful. Voice reels are great to get done professionally, which usually costs like somewhere between 300 and 500 pounds. They help you edit and choose your material and everything, and then they help create that for you. About is all the about sections about what you're up to, like what are you performing in, performances, highlights, skills, awards, visas, passports, like what are you capable of doing. Credits, fill out everything. Everything is searchable. Don't fill it out if you don't fill it out, it won't show up in a search. Like they could search a specific award, and if you put that award in your information, they can find you. If you like passports or visas or whatever, like they can search you only by what you put on your profile. And don't need to repeat grad school in your training section because it'll already be up there on your page. Representation is where you add your agent. Self-rep can be very helpful. It can be very fine. It used to have a bad stigma, but not so much anymore. Don't use an email address from your school because you'll lose that once you graduate. Fill in the text by the fill in the box of why you're right for a role. Um, it's good to advocate for yourself. You can nudge an agent, and they will like if you have an agent, you can't always like put your name in for things, but you can nudge an agent, be like, "Hey, I want this role," but they're probably submitting you for it anyway. Filter your settings and Spotlight doesn't accept no pay or expense only jobs. Like that's great for getting some material and some like reels and stuff, but that's not what Spotlight has available on their site. And then know your boundaries and choices, and discuss that with your agent. Membership benefits and events, there pay attention to what you can get. You will hear no much more than you ever hear yes. Industry resources is a good place to find some info, and you can reach out to agents. Casting director index is also something to look for. Spotlight prize. For acting videos, 1 to 1.5 minute duologue, dramatic and comedic. Label it as stage or screen because that acting is different. So it's good to say, hey, this is for the screen and this is for the stage. For places you should make it known, you can work a specific place in the US too, like Salt Lake City, LA, New York, wherever. Social media is more important in America, but in the UK, casting directors will look at that stuff. They will also say, for now, that followers doesn't contribute to their casting process. Whereas in the US, I've heard casting directors or studios demand that you must have 4 million followers in your cast. So that could be like one person has 4 million, and then you can cast people without social media, or um, it's spread out. So like one person doesn't have a strong following, you need someone else who does, and that can be a big deal. Fun stuff, right? So like and subscribe. I feel so stupid doing that. This is mostly for me. We should have a personal and private social media. Yeah, especially if you want to have any like material or information that you don't want to just openly share with everyone and might affect you if it's political opinions, if it's um degenerate activity, whatever it may be. A lot of this is about being a kind person, right? So if you're a decent person, you shouldn't have a problem. But who do you show yourself to be? And TikTok and Instagram are the most used. It used to be Twitter, but no longer. And then that was that little meeting. We zoomed through it. It was pretty good. And then I had some independent work time till a little past noon. And then I worked on finding some sci-fi scenes and talking to people. And then I went in for my time. And they're like, "Ooh, can we have a little more time?" I was like, "Can I eat my lunch first, and then come back?" They're like, "That'd be perfect." I was like, "Got it." So I had my lunch. I made this big old sandwich that was delicious and lovely. Um, and then yeah. And then I got to work, and some notes I wrote. I didn't write a lot, but finding a unifying character costume, like three of something would be best, unless it's one that we pass around. But something that is a hat, the same color, a shirt, something. Um, find thoughts up. I don't know what that is. And then work my scenes. Um, it was so good to work. It was that's why I'm in school. So we were able to get through the end of the show. So my last three scenes. And at the beginning, I really was able to like work off of what the actor before me did. Just I'm coming in with reckless abandon, and the relationship is awkward. I'm looking for Annabella, and then I find her husband. I'm like, hey, buddy. And then we have this kind of like show off where this competition where I'm like shaking his hand. I'm like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We see who wins. And then he's trying to set me up for failure. So he's like, go, 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 go off with Annabella. I'm like, okay. And then we have some great work. My scene partner who's playing Annabella and it was it was so good. She's someone that I just feel completely comfortable with. And it's good because it's like it's an intimate scene. It's not like overly intimate in any way. There're just a few kisses and stuff, and there's this desire underneath the whole thing. Um, but we are able to work the specifics and find those moments, and it was good. I just thoroughly enjoyed it, and I got some really good work in, and I'm closer to memorization than I thought I was, which is good, but I need more work to do for sure. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun mess. We're gonna have some good props and things, and yeah, I'm really excited. It was so good to be in the room. On Tuesday this coming week, I don't think I'm working. I think we're doing the beginning again, and then I'll have some more time to work on stuff and make sure I got the blocking in my head and my lines down really well. But it was solid, and that was the gist of Thursday. It was pretty straightforward. I'm wondering if I should talk about Friday in the same video, but I won't. I'll keep it simple. I'll give you a short video today. Um, yeah. So that was just we were going to have another meeting because I was there for the whole rehearsal, and then we ran to have a meeting about AEA. Is that what it is? The Actors Equity Association, the union. But um, we didn't. So because the person um, their card wasn't working, and then it was this whole thing, and they weren't able to do it, so we rescheduled. So I got to go home early, and it was great. Good day. Felt really good about things. So happy, happy times, happy life. Well, I'll see ya. To the next one. Bye bye.